Hi there. I want to talk to you this month about this kind of common misconception people have, this new thing that we start hearing about, which is people don't leave their jobs, they leave their bosses. And that's the new thing that you hear about is people don't leave their jobs, they leave their bosses. And I would argue that they don't leave their bosses, they leave their jobs, but they leave their jobs when they feel like they aren't winning and can't win, or they're not growing. So let me explain. We've recently in our family started playing this game called Mao. And Mao is a card game that you start out by not telling anybody the rules. And as the game goes on, you penalize people that are breaking the rules. And if you start playing the game for the first time, and I remember playing the first time, and one of my son's friends, his name is Judson, in case you're listening, was a real jerk to me. And he constantly penalized me because I was learning. And I couldn't figure out how to win at the game. Recently, we played the game over the break, and we played with somebody who could only last 5 minutes before they got mad, threw the cards down, and left the table because they didn't know the rules. What's my point? My point is, do you have a job that you can't win at because you don't know the rules? And whose job is it to tell you the rules or to create the rules? It's your boss's job. So if we go back to that first statement that said, you don't leave bosses, you leave jobs, and go a little bit further and say, but the bosses create the job structure, and around the job structure, it's important that a boss says, here are the rules for winning. Here's what winning looks like. Here's what it feels like. And here's the reward for winning, accolades, raises, whatever it might be. If you don't get that structure, then you feel like you're losing and you get frustrated, like in the game of Mao, and you quit because you say, I can't win. I also said that the other part people leave is they're not growing. I think that happens less often. I think the biggest thing is if people feel like they can't win. At a certain point, you may figure out what your job is and you can win, and it becomes so easy to win that you say, I'm not growing anymore, and you leave. But I think really the reality is that people leave jobs because they feel like they can't win. So as leaders, what is our lesson here today? Have you done a good job of structuring the job so that people understand what winning looks like, and not only they understand what it looks like, but winning is within their reach? And I'll tell you, I ask myself that question, and I don't always like my answer, right? So it's something that I know we have to work on. I know I personally have to work on in terms of making sure job structures are set up in a way that people can win and do win regularly. So go help your people win at their jobs, and you'll have happy employees. Thanks a lot.